Hi, it's Roni, and welcome to a Punched Out Thursday to Die For, where we all will be using our punches and or dies to create our layout. And the photos I'm going to scrap today are these two photos of Hope, and I am using a collection from We Are Memory Keepers. It's pretty old. I used it recently too, and it's going to last me forever. It had like 48 pages, cardstock, and I don't know what all in it, and I am still working through it, and I've probably had it about 10 years, maybe, a long time. I'm going to fussy cut around the border of this because I want to add some red. Her coat's red, and I thought it needed red in there. It does have some red in this collection, just not this part right here. I did mat it a couple of times to start with, but I decided to add one more layer behind both photos. Mostly just add more of the greens that I'm going to be using on the die cuts. It's striped the pieces of paper I picked, and the cardstock that came with this, I've got a few sheets of it that I'll be using, and then adding one more. This would have been Baby Got Scraps too if I hadn't added that one more, but I wanted it for the snowflakes, and it's a really light blue. And yeah, it was a 12 by 12 piece of paper, so that just totally knocked me out of having scraps. Even that red there was a scrap where I had gutted it thinking I might use that sometime to go around the outside of my paper. I do that pretty often. That way I don't have to use one just for that purpose. I zoomed in on this just so you can see how easy it was to put those alphas together. It has a back one and a front one. And then the winter is a sticker from the sticker sheet. And the funny thing about those alphas, I got them in, they're from HSN, and I put one magnetic sheet for the background one and one magnetic sheet for the front letters. Well, I forgot all about the back ones, and they just sat there. I cut around them. I fussy cut around them just to put a color behind them. And then the last time I used them, I used them 3 times before I noticed. And I thought, I could have sworn this had a background. And yeah, I noticed the magnet behind there and I thought, oh, I think it does. So yeah, it has a background. And so it was a lot easier fussy cutting around them. And of course, I did not notice the magnetic sheet until I was like on my last letter the last time I was doing them. So I was just really thrilled this time to make sure I used the background with the front part. Now this background paper, I did fussy cut around the scallop part. Well, the front and the back's exactly the same. This was not my favorite paper in the collection. In fact, I haven't never used it before other than cutting it to use, well, I did use the side kind of like as a border before, cut straight down it. And I used, cut me out like a rectangle for journaling before, things like that. And I fussy cut the flowers and the little banner out before. But I hadn't used this paper as basically a full paper till this time. And I thought, I am going to do it. Finally, I'm going to do it. And I'm happier with the way it turned out than I would have thought. And I think it was because I did add the red. I think I wouldn't have been as happy without the red. But I do like the red on there. But I die cut out several different snowflakes. That one Tim Holtz spray that got the berries, and I did one of them on screen, but I did the others off, and I almost forgot to highlight them, as you all probably seen. But I did a pine branch that is diamond dye, not diamond press, it's called diamond dyes. And let's see, I'm trying to look to see what else I had. I think that's about it besides my fussy cut stuff. Oh, and one little tiny green leafy branch I put in there too. But I'm layering them too, and putting foam tape under some of the things. And while I'm doing that, which will take a few minutes, because I put a lot on there, I don't stop at a little. I figured if I did it right on top of the flowers that were there, it'd look like more layers. But as much as I put on there, I don't know if you can see them that well or not. The bigger flowers that I fussy cut out, I'm not going to end up using them or the tickets. The tickets weren't really from this collection. They were from Simple Stories. I had like 3 sheets of paper from it, and they came in a warehouse box. But I thought I'd use them, but then I ended up not using them. But while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down there below, you'll see the links for the other gals doing the Punched Out Thursday to Die For. And you can hop over there and see what they created with their punches and or dies. And let's see, I am still working on layering all this stuff together. I do cut apart some of the berry sprays to spread them out just a little farther and tuck them in more places. Yeah, I could have probably cut out another 1 or 2 to add to it, as much as I like them on there. But I decided to stretch them instead. Oh, and I have to tell you about the photos. These are from back in like 2018, and Hope was just a tiny thing back then. And they got up one morning, of course, my son got her ready. His wife would go in really early, so he would get the kids ready to take them to school and daycare on his way to work. And they came out the door, and it had snowed while they were asleep. And she came to a dead halt, and down to her knees she went, checking out that snow. He about ran over her, but he was laughing at her, and he took the picture and sent me the pictures. But yeah, that first one on the left is where she dropped down to check out that snow, and you can see her little ponytail thing sticking up there on top. You can tell he fixed her hair. I mean, he does pretty good for a guy, but because he don't just leave it, he does do something with it. And then the other one, she's still looking at it, and he's telling her she needs to get to the car, but she's still checking out the snow. I put that one darker blue chipboard on there first, and I do like it better as far as the colors goes. But it had the word winter on there, and I didn't want winter on there again. So I took it off and put the other one on there, and it says, I'm ready for hoodies and cold nights, and has a little penguin on it. And I have noticed, in case you all haven't, that when I turn around to look at my layout, that it sounds like I'm all muffled. Sorry, I don't know where the microphone is on this computer, but because it's a laptop. But yeah, if it sounds muffled, that's because I turned to look at my layout. But I'm putting 2 brads on there. They both have some red on them. The first one says something about snow. Let me look. Snow much fun. And then the other one is just kind of a red plaid looking thing. And then, of course, the snowman has a little red on it. Even though I have red everywhere on this layout, I wanted to put red in 3 spots that it was a little bit bigger. But I think I'm about done, except for adding the sequins. And these are Glacier Summit, and I got them from Colleen for Christmas. And they are blue, and I do have blues in the layout, although they are subtle blues. The blues that I picked for the sequins, though, look more like the blues in the photo, and I thought, well, that'll work even better. So I am going to scatter them on there. Well, no, I am not scattering. When I have leaves and greenery and stuff, I don't scatter it. I strategically put it because it gets kind of lost all down in there. And I don't want to have to dig them out just to put glue on them. But that's it. That's my layout. And yeah, that's Little Hope checking out the snow. And if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those who already are, thank you so much. But make sure you check out everybody else's videos. And I have another video up today. It is for JQ Crafties 1000 subby hop and giveaway. So make sure you check that one out and Jackie's video and get in on that giveaway. Find out what the requirements are to get in on it and see what she's giving away. But yeah, see, isn't that a cute font? I just love it. But have a happy scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Have fun on Jackie's Hop and have fun checking out what everybody else is doing on a Punched Out Thursday to die for. Bye.